Log number 3. Hey, it's Charlotte here again. It feels nice to say that now. There's a lot to get through. After the bombshell Chaos God dropped, we had to fill Ezra in on what had happened, due to him being missing before. He took the news badly, and opinions on the situation were mixed all around.
Hey, kiddo. You feeling a little better?
How's that hot chocolate treating you, little buddy?
It's okay. It's fine.
There.
It's gonna be okay, Thorin.
It will. Well, now that we've taken a moment, perhaps we should discuss the situation.
Hey guys, discuss what?
Hey, nephew.
Ezra!
Welcome. We're just beginning a discussion on everything. But before we get to that, where's Junior?
Well, we got out of the Spencers, and we started trying to find everyone. Everything took really weird turns. There's escalators that go nowhere, and honestly, I saw a walkway on the ceiling. I couldn't really think anything of it. I took a guess that we should probably hit the food court, but as we were passing by a Cinnabon that was just a bit too tall, I lost sight of Junior, and I haven't seen him since. But once I passed by an upside-down Tim Hortons, I heard voices coming from this way. And now I'm here, and Junior is somewhere else.
Oh, doomed to wander the mall until our inevitable demise, I guess. Great.
What?
You might want to settle down for this one, Ezra.
Go on.
Okay. So you might remember that we're under new management now, which I thought might be a good thing. Stops this one from making stupid decisions, resets the clock, etc. And it turns out he's against the Black Stars. So, you know, two good things, right? Right? Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not the ally he hoped he would be. We know this deity is Chaos God. That's what we refer to him as, and his goal is completely destroying the void we find ourselves trapped in, with us inside. And yes, stop creating new eldritch gods for mortals is a good and positive thing. However, his methods are...
Yeah, and here's the thing. He ain't gonna let us out before he does, because apparently there's a big, stupid jellyfish outside waiting to smash anything that comes out.
Right. So, to make a long story short, evil Black Star's mama is evil, so, tall man make void go boom. Yeah.
Like I said, inevitable demise.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I know we all don't like inevitable demise, so we gotta have a game plan. What do we do?
Oh, what can we do? If he doesn't shut down the void, Murder Girl's gonna get shaped back into a proper fate and we lose our sense of choice. We're fucked. If he does shut it down, we get destroyed with it. Again, we're fucked. We're fucked either way. There's no way out. We're stuck in the burning building when it collapses. We're fucked!
Okay, hey now, don't be like that. I mean, okay, look, I know things seem really bleak, but we gotta keep our chins up and our spirits high if we're gonna find a way out of this mess.
And why shouldn't we be like this? It's all fucked in the end. There's just no hope. No hope at all.
I mean, I can't necessarily say I agree with that. I wouldn't say that there's no hope at all. That said, I am at a loss for ideas. Color me stumped.
So there's nothing we can do at all?
Oh.
There's no big plan that we have for... We're really stuck this time?
People, can we all stop spiraling into depression for 5 minutes? I could have worded that better, sorry, but listen. Things feel awful right now, I know. But at the same time, this isn't the first time we've been hit with we're never getting out of here. It's all just rubbish.
Yeah, I've heard plenty about it. But when has there ever been a time that we were hit with that when it wasn't planned? Huh? Thorin joining her side? Planned. Her removing Hugo from the games? Planned. But this? A different god coming in and ripping your fucking heart out? Is this planned, Charlie? Because if it is, I'd love to fucking hear it.
What? No. Why the fuck would I plan this?
Exactly. This is bigger than just goddamn games. This isn't a fairy tale, or a puzzle, or a fucking story anymore. How the fuck is this the same, Grace?
Alright, nephew. Fucking calm down. You're starting to lose yourself in panic.
Ezra, please. It won't do us any good to think this way or fight with each other at this point. The situation is novel, yes, but we have overcome insurmountable obstacles before, even if they were scripted. And I'm speaking to everyone when I say that we cannot accept our undoing by this Chaos God at face value. We have enough time to change this.
Yeah, we've been fighting one god for a while now. It's the same shit. Don't know if you notice, but as much as Lottie talked big game about her plan the whole time, she's never really been, no offense, in control.
I mean, none taken.
She never really knew, again, no offense, what was going on, and we still managed. Not to mention, this particular god seems a little more, and one more time, because this, no offense, he's a little more reasonable. He wants to tear down the void, right? We can't open the door. Big jellyfish will get in, but maybe we can talk him into manipulating it somehow.
Besides, gods need mortals, don't they? So we are the ones with power here, after all. Keep your chins up. We will prosper.
There's trillions of mortals. What comes from losing a few for the greater good?
Ezra.
Alright, look, man. Maybe this is gonna sound a bit selfish, but a few of us do have people to go back to. Like, if Kate were here, she'd be very mad if I let myself lay down and die. I, for one, am super not here for not being able to kiss my extremely hot and sexy girlfriend again. And I'm sure some of the others can say the same.
Same boat as Haley. Sort of. Riley would smack me upside the head if I were to give up here. Besides that, she's still back at the ranch. She's sick as a dog with that tuberculosis thing she got. She still needs treatment. I can't just give up all that I have now when I still have someone waiting for me who needs me. It ain't right.
Well, I don't think he cares about what's right or about what we may want. I'm gonna go for a spin. I need to clear my head.
It's alright, man. Take all the time you need.
We'll be here.
Hugo, or are you okay? You don't look worried or scared or nervous at all. Like, are you just internally screaming?
Oh my God, Thor, no. I'm okay. I'm really okay, buddy. Look, guys. We've gone through untold horrors together, and we've always come out on top, right? Hell, you guys brought me back to life. If there's anything I've learned here, it's that nothing's impossible when you guys are involved, when we're together. Now, maybe it's weird, but now we have Lottie on our side, and I can't help but feel somewhat positive about that. I mean, are you kidding me? This is... Even in this hard, dark time, that's the best news I've heard in a long time.
Are you actually taking the mic?
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, if you actually want to get out of here, take this seriously or fuck off, because you're not being funny, Hugo.
Grace, I'm not trying to be funny. I honestly have a lot of hope for our situation here.
Oh, really? Was that hope that you guys found in the gazebo of happiness? Because it feels like you forgot that she's the reason we're in this mess in the first place.
Guys, I'm not ignorant to why we're here, okay? But Lottie being with us also means that we have the best chance of getting out of here. Maybe with a god on our side, we're in the best position to make a miracle happen. Maybe it isn't what everyone wants to hear right now, but I don't know, I just can't help but feel hopeful after what I've been through, after what you guys have done for me, what you were able to pull off.
It's a good perspective. I understand what you're saying, but, well, normally I would be extremely hesitant, to say the least, about allying with a god to use their power. Well, I suppose a former god.
Hey, I'm still a god!
Well, yes, but one without powers, which, may I add, is much less useful.
Well, yes, that is correct. And it is also correct that you're in this mess because of me. I really thought I was gonna be able to just let you all go. I wouldn't have kept you this long if I didn't have some idea for the ending.
Now, I hate to hark, but your idea for an ending was really bad.
No, it wasn't! I mean, okay, yes, I know it was a bad ending. I know damn well taking away your choice would be bad, but it can't all be bad. If it was all bad, that means it can't all have been bad.
Now we're stuck here with a Discord MLP Gajinka telling us we're all gonna die. And that you were probably gonna get body bagged by a big stupid jellyfish anyway.
Okay, yes, I get that. I get it makes sense. You're right, and he was right. She'd probably just stop it all anyway, but it can't have all been for nothing. I know I did a lot of fucked up things, and I know a lot of it was bad, but it's my fault you're all stuck here. I know that, and I want to fix it. So I'm gonna get my powers back, and I'm gonna fix it.
See? She's taking responsibility. She wants to help. Look, I know this isn't ideal for everyone, but she's in the same situation as the rest of us right now, and she knows her way around godhood better than the rest of us. So, I don't know, why not give her a chance? At this point, what do we have to lose? It's either all or nothing, and she is our best shot at getting home.
Fine.
Yeah?
But not for her sake. I'm giving you one chance on this, Hugo, and if she fucks up, don't say I didn't warn you.
Thank you, Grace. This'll work. I'll make sure of it.
Well, there we go. Finally, a little bit of faith around here. Could use a bit more optimism. Well, that said, Miss Em, of course, you know that we trust that you'll be able to pull this off, but, I mean, well...
I mean, to do it alone wouldn't be easy, and do you really want to do this alone? Would you... I mean, if I were you, I'd rather have someone help me, but wouldn't you rather have help and fail than fail completely by yourself?
No, I'm the one who messed up, so it's my job to fix it. None of you can help, and it wouldn't be fair to any of you if you had to.
No. You want to fix this? Then you let us help.
I literally just said you can't help me.
Okay, then you can't fix it. You definitely cannot do this alone. Nobody could.
But that doesn't matter. I have to be able to do it.
Okay. You don't seem to understand the ultimatum here. There is no cutting through the grass. There is one way or the other. And you gotta choose.
I can't. If I don't do it by myself, it means... You don't understand. You don't understand.
Yeah, no, I think I do. But alright, hey, you need time. Fine. I'm going to be doing my thing. And I'll be here, so whenever you figure this out.
Chaos Man! And I am back with Dippin' Dots!
What the hell are Dippin' Dots?
They're like little tiny spheres of ice cream.
Huh.
Wow, I was expecting some more excitement at the Dippin' Dots. Okay, I see. We are still in the denial stage of grief. Everyone having fun, gathered around, waiting for the total fuck up to admit she fucked up? Personally, I got bored after the first Eon, but maybe she'll get there by the 37th.
Ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah. We're all fucking idiots. Cool. Awesome. So how are we gonna be breaking the void today? Hey, fun idea. I think maybe you could start by bringing back my friend Doc? Maybe?
That sounds like a really lame place to start. We could start instead with murder games.
Murder games? Isn't that Lottie's thing?
Yeah, murder games. What? They work. Like I said, they convince the Void I'm supposed to be here so that I can spend some time taking bits and pieces of it and disconnecting them and then watching what happens.
Man, you really do make it hard to not like you sometimes, because that's exactly what I want to do. All right, I'm sold.
It's part of my roguish charm.
At least Chaos God knows what the drill is at this point. Play the games and keep everything intact. At least, that's what I thought, but what did I expect from the god of fuck around because I can? A whole game of 2 murderers and 8 gunslingers featuring a cameo from Provom Empire's army with tanks. That's not how it works. It's not a story. It's just 1,000 ideas shoved in a box with no consistency. Sure, I'm not in charge anymore, but I couldn't sit around and watch him make a mockery of my games. I should have kept my mouth shut. What kind of game was that? I get wanting to break the void, but that was barely a game! That was just everyone fucking around! The background music literally has guns in the place of the drums! What are you doing? You clearly don't get how this place works!
I know enough to be dangerous.
Are you sure? Because from where I'm sitting, this mostly just seems dangerous for the players, and they don't deserve this!
And everything you pushed them through, that's deserved, huh? Is that what you're saying? That's fine. That's fine. It's fine because it's you. Is that what you're saying, Cassie?
Stop. You don't stop calling me that. Just listen. You were right. My plan wasn't gonna work. It was stupid. As stupid as these fucking guns.
Oh, you're admitting someone else was right? Who are you and what have you done with Cassie?
Okay, yep, that's getting me nowhere. Look, you want to wreck this place, right? Wouldn't that be easier if you had the control manual? Why not just let me help you?
Oh, yes! Because every other time people trusted your words at face value, that worked out so well. Surprising no one, just straight up asking me to give up, is not gonna work. Good luck with making sure all reality doesn't get dictated. Good luck with your plan. I am gonna stick with making sure all reality doesn't get dictated by a grumpy space mom. Thanks.
How the fuck do you know your plan isn't just as fucking stupid? This place runs on stories. You can't just stick around until a conclusion falls in your lap. You need some kind of structure. You need stakes. You need a rise and a fall. You need goddamn emotional components or this shit goes nowhere.
All right. Okay. I see where this is going. Nothing but complain, complain, complain until I can mimic your style. Nothing but misery forever, right? Gotcha. Here I was, gonna do a nice Space Jam scenario. But no. We're going to get serious. All right, little girl. It's time for your tragedy. Hello and welcome to Discord Murder Party, where we know what Brazil is. As a reminder before we get into the second scenario, this episode does contain instances of abuse in many varieties. You have been warned. That being said, let us move on to...
Scenario 2. Several instances of calamitous occurrences.
Wow, I don't think I'm gonna get used to that either.
Yeah, you and me both, Percy.
Yeah.
The story you're about to hear is a tragedy. A word which here means bad things happen to people regardless of their morality and continually get worse. If tragedy is not what you were expecting when you watch a show called Discord Murder Party, where death and torment are constants, then I suggest you look away and find an alternative show to watch on twitch.tv. Perhaps one where VTubers play Among Us. Horror. My name is Chaos God, and I am here to document these sorrowful stories and terrible tales, such as that of Morgan Grayson. Please feel free to introduce yourself at any time, sir.
Hello, my name is Morgan Grayson. I'm a financial analyst at a large company, playing a major role examining the data, assessing the performance of investments, forecast projections, stocks, bonds, all in the name of profit for my company.
A most stern and businesslike man. But his is not the only journey of woe that is to fall upon us in the documentation of these acts of misery. We also have Cassie Howards.
It's not my name. Hi, Morg.
Well, why, it is your name, Cassie. Why would you deny that?
No particular you know what? Here, can I help you with anything? Do you need anything? Yeah, let's move on. Let's just move on. What is there to say? I never thought I'd see him again, and yet there he was, exactly how I remembered him. I tried to ignore him and focus on the good. Ezra and Val bonded over puzzles, and Grace and Percy are on their way to fixing their rift. But I couldn't snap my fingers and send Morgan away. I knew full well what was coming, no matter how much I denied it. And Chaos God sure delivered. Okay, I get it. You've made your point. Stop.
No. We're playing a game. This is what you wanted.
I didn't want this.
Cool. Wow. Awesome. Cassie suddenly changed her mind about what she says and what she wants. I'm 2 instances of that away from filling out my punch card.
You know damn well this isn't what I wanted. I have been very clear that I don't like being called Cassie. Casilda Howards is fucking dead and gone and is not part of this story.
And that's one more for the punch card. You know your name is everywhere, right? The fan server did a speed run to catch every single time the name's popped up. It was a lot.
I didn't choose that! See? This is what I was talking about. You don't get how this place works. As soon as the cycle starts, the human soul within it only exists in the void, and little by little that ebbs away. I don't choose for it to show up. I'd love if it stopped, believe me. Just because the name is there doesn't mean anything. It's not mine anymore. Functionally, Casilda Howards has ceased to exist, and that's fine. That's great, actually. So stop bringing it up.
You keep saying this character doesn't exist, that she's not part of the story. But that character, that's you, Cassie. Like it or not. Sure, you might call yourself Murder God instead, which, by the way, really stupid name, but that's you. And you have been shoving yourself into the story every possible way you think you can get away with for 4 seasons now because of your hunger to be the main character in your own little fanfic.
That's not what I was doing!
Well, then go ahead fucking deny this too! Tell me I'm wrong!
You are wrong! I'm not trying to be the main character, this is the story where I finally fix things, and I finally get it right, and everything else doesn't matter! She's not part of the story, so please, cut it out!
That fills out the punch card! With a couple left over for the next one. Congratulations! You know what this means I win? This means I get to decide exactly how your story goes. So let's just pull up a seat and hear this story, shall we? Now that we've gotten serious about the void and what running it entails. Let me tell you the story of Cassie Howards.
Wait, no, don't!
Fade in. Maine, 1986. An old cliffside lighthouse, doubling as a home to the family of a newborn Cassie Howards. Slight problem. Parents don't give a shit. They're the type to have a kid and then are like, wait, we gotta take care of it? But I like business! Which is where they were 90% of the time, leaving you alone. School didn't help. It was the 90s and early 2000s. Back in the day where everyone fucking hated nerds. Weebs especially. So, good news, though. Turns out, status symbol, not important. People do not give a shit about nerds once you got to college. Your awkward exuberance fit in a little better around similar people and got you into a literature class. Where, well, like every meet-cute chick flick ever, you saw a cute boy. And you decided to say hello to him. And then you hoped for the best.
Hey, Morgan, right?
Hello. Yes, I'm Morgan Grayson, and you are?
Hi, I'm Cassie. Thanks for your input on the discussion today. I was a little worried people were going to be mad when I started suggesting alternative character interpretation. That said, I think Brittany may kill me for having the audacity to consider a sympathetic viewpoint for the guys who are pretty much the villains, but, you know, imagine trying out different ideas in a literature class. What was I thinking?
My, if she would have you on the guillotine for such an exorbitant crime, I'd have to witness the very event and record you going down in history as a heroine.
Oh goodness, well, I hope you use that impressive vocabulary when you write it down.
Why, thank you. I will endeavor to. Our discussion from class was absolutely scintillating. Your deviating perspective on the text breathed new life into the story. It may have been beyond the grasp of a few to consider that Chillingworth may have relatable motivations, despite his antagonistic role. There are always reasons that drive people to do the things they do, even if it's far from the ideal for everyone involved. Envy, reclaiming youth, desire for passion, seeking a way to heal from personal trauma. It's fascinating to consider the possibilities. Yes, thank you for the good talk in class. I appreciate you letting me know.
Exactly! You get it! I think the concept of reclaiming youth and the poor ways Chillingworth goes about it are more sympathetic than people give him credit for. I've always read the Scarlet letter from the perspective that this guy could be you. As in the reader, not actually you, of course. I'm sure you're an upstanding Puritan citizen who would never. But any of the characters could be you. Or, well, except for the unsettling Sin Child. No one's like the unsettling Sin Child, I hope. Actually, I always wondered what happened to Pearl after the book. Like, great, Chillingworth left her money, but she's still stuck in Puritan society. Maybe... Oh no, I'm so sorry. Class is over and I'm dragging you back into it here in the hallway. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no. You're absolutely fine. I don't mind the continuation of something that was previously enjoyable. Normally, I don't have such engaging conversations about the material from class. It's nothing more than the trivial, "Morgan, what was the essay supposed to be about?" Or, "When was this vocabulary sheet due again?" I heard they're serving sushi and rice balls today as an evening special in collaboration with the Japan Cultural Festival on campus if, you'd like to join me for dinner.
Ah, perfect! Not that cafeteria sushi has the best ring to it, but, you know, it's an Ivy League school. Maybe they've got Ivy League sushi. Do you think anyone is going to see the rice balls and be confused that they aren't jelly donuts? I've had rice balls before and I love them, but I'll admit a small part of me wishes the jelly donuts of my childhood imagination existed. Though I guess since they don't exist, I'll never be disappointed by them. Oh, sorry, here we were deep in highbrow discussion and I went and changed the subject to Pokemon. Sorry, I know that's lame.
Pokemon? I catch the new airing myself every Saturday. You're good on that too. They have some delicious actual jelly donuts at this mom-and-pop store called Hole-in-One. It's not too far a walk from campus. It looks a bit like rice balls since they're doused in a ton of powdered sugar. But they're excellent. You could even custom pick the fruit that goes in there and they'll make it fresh for you.
Oh, really? I have to go there! I haven't been anywhere off campus yet, though I guess it's only been a few weeks, so maybe that's normal? Tell me, oh brave donut explorer, how long have you been at Yale?
I'm a sophomore, so a little over a year now here in New Haven. I'm taking an accelerated curriculum for economics, though, so I am set to finish university by next year.
Ooh, impressive. I'm not that much of an academic badass. I'm just gonna do things normally. I want to make sure I can still fit in a bit of writing for myself. There's no point in having an English degree if I lose track of what I want it for, you know? I want to write novels, or do anything creative, really.
I've heard that making a career out of creative aspirations isn't easy, even with a degree. I do have a bit of a soft spot for that, but it's always been more of a consideration for the hobby side of things. It's very admirable that you want to pursue that dream wholeheartedly.
Well, we'll see where it goes. If you also like making things, if you want, we could make stuff together? What sorts of things would you put in your hobby category?
Oh, you tempt me so. Sadly, I hadn't had much of an opportunity to really indulge in any creative hobbies, but an activity that has always fascinated me is creating short films. That seems like an engaging way to spark your creativity.
Oh, well, we should try making some then. I've written scripts before, and I have a camera. It's cheap, but it should do the job if you're interested. Oh, wait, what am I saying? I've known you for less than 10 minutes. That's a weird thing to suggest. Sorry, I'm obviously not too used to talking to people.
Wait, truly? Wait, you're not pulling my leg here, and we can actually break a leg together? I mean that in the metaphorical sense.
Heck yeah! Let's break multiple legs!
If you're sincere, let's. There's a vast myriad of legs out there to wreak havoc on. Samurai, robot, pirate. The filmmaking world is your oyster.
Great! Alright, let's do coffee on... I don't know. I mean, I'm free this weekend, so whatever works for you.
I prefer Saturdays in the early evenings.
Saturday evening it is! See you then, Morg. Sorry, it's a really morbid nickname idea I just had.
It's the first time I've been called that. I like it, though. I have a taste for the macabre.
Perfect. We'll get along great, then.
Oh my goodness, look at the nerds together! So happy making stuff together and dating! If it weren't your actual life, it would be a totally adorable cliche. Sure, Morgan has a lot of work, a lot of notes on your work, and he's definitely gonna share them. But he's just improving it. Improving and improving over the longer periods of time you're spending with him. Not your other friends, of course. That would upset him. And you don't want to upset a cute boy. You're eating better for him. You're taking responsibility. You're a better person. And all you needed was a cute boy to tell you to get your shit together. Then, 2 years in, you moved in with the cute boy. And he got a much less cute business job. Great! But that called for a lot of lifestyle changes.
It's so hot. Are you sure it's not too late to go back and change? It's an outdoor party. You're gonna melt in that shirt.
I will willingly burn to a crisp before I wear short sleeves.
Okay, well, my skull's going to explode before that happens. I can't believe I let you talk me out of just wearing a goddamn ponytail.
Ponytails are for the more casual events. This is upscale, formal. You know the pattern, especially after the last few times we've attended these parties.
Your job sure calls for a weird amount of fancy parties.
Yes, I'm working with elite businessmen. If I want a chance at landing any sort of promotion or higher company role, I have to play along with their out-of-work customs, and so do you.
I'm trying, Morg.
I understand, but you've been wandering away from my side in previous parties. I really need you to be next to me.
Well, if you want me there, what's wrong with me making friends?
You can do that with me around, no?
Well, yes, of course.
Wonderful. Just don't bring up the topics about criminals and murder methods around the upper management again.
But true crime is interesting, and you got mad when I wanted to talk about our short films instead.
Please, especially don't bring up our short films.
I think it's nice to have hobbies. It shows you're more than a robot in a suit.
There are our hobbies and their hobbies. I have to ensure that my interests align with theirs. I have to dress in expensive designer suits. I have to feign interest in a humdrum sport such as golf. I have to study up on their culinary tastes. You know, They won't stoop down passing by the local fast food drive-thru on the way home.
And when do you get to be you and I get to be me?
This is still us, just the new, improved versions.
So the new, improved me has to blow every spare minute I'm not in class rubbing elbows with people who don't even know my name? Because that's what's happening. When I'm not doing that, I'm reading books you insist I read because what I like is too trashy. I'm watching art films you chose because anything else is too lowbrow. I'm doing Sudoku puzzles because, hey, just because I'm an English major doesn't mean I should let my numbers part of my brain go to waste. And on top of all this, apparently I'm supposed to be eating nothing and maintain a size 0 because, hey, we skipped the freshman 15, but I'd hate to change that.
I thought you enjoyed the books and films because we were doing it together. I was always looking out for your intellectual and physical well-being, Cassie. I always am. I know you can be someone amazing that I can be proud to stand next to. Just like in our short film collaborations, you're a great writer. You just need an editor.
I know, I just... There's never any space for what I like. You know, I was talking with Sam when we got coffee the other day, and she said this seemed kind of unhealthy.
What have you relayed to her? Framing means everything, Cassie. For instance, enjoying new cultured media together with your generous, caring boyfriend versus being forced at gunpoint by my heartless boyfriend to bear witness to this dreary film. That will make a world of difference.
That's not what I said.
Then do tell.
I said... I guess everything I just said? That's how it feels to me.
I do care about how you feel, Cassie. I'm always thinking about your well-being, your personal improvement, and how you can make the most out of your life. Don't you care how I feel in this?
Of course I do, Morg.
Then I'd really appreciate you improving your conduct at the party. Oh, and perhaps limit your involvement with Sam. I don't think she has a good picture of our relationship. That's our business. Between us, not hers.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have said anything. Sorry.
Just be mindful in the future. That's all I ask. By the way, could you put the anime merchandise and plushes into storage once we get home?
What? Why?
There were some coworkers who wanted to visit our place after, and I want to make the best impression.
Oh, okay, that's fine, I understand. I can put them back out once they leave, right?
We're here. We'll discuss this afterwards, okay?
Sure.
Hey, can I ask you something? Can I ask you something real quick? Are you colorblind? Because, like, the other option here would be that you were ignoring the 1,000,002 red flags. Then again, hey, what's your catchphrase? It's fine, don't worry about it. I guess you were just ignoring everything and pretending it was fine. So, surprising no one, things got worse. Every aspect of your life, his now. Then, of course, you kept failing and failing and failing. But when you thought he would leave you, he was nice. Repeat ad nauseum. Didn't stop when you dropped out of school. Didn't stop when you were too scared to go to your parents. Didn't stop when you decided to stay with him. And by that point, every aspect of your life was super his now. But it's okay. I mean, it was 2008, so obviously your chances of getting a job were great. You're only out? That book you were writing. You better write fast. Morgan's 23 and already super accomplished. You better make the next fucking great American novel. December 15th, 2008. It snowed. You liked snow, so out you went to step out and take a quick walk. Then, you came home. And somehow, things got even worse.
Oh, Morgan, you're home early?
We had a shorter shift at the office today. Why were you out?
It's snowing. It's pretty, and I was having a bit of writer's block, so I thought I'd take a little walk to clear my head.
A competent writer would just work through this. They don't fall back on blocks or lack of inspiration for excuses.
I know. I'm sorry.
The schedule I wrote for you was supposed to help you focus through your writing, and you're not following it.
I know. I'm sorry. I just thought 10 minutes wouldn't make much of a difference.
In the world of business, a wasted minute means wasted money and wasted opportunities. Don't you understand how much I've sacrificed to ensure your well-being and a successful life for the both of us?
I know, and I'm grateful.
That's the bare minimum I would expect from someone unemployed with an unfinished degree and student loan debt I'm paying off every month.
I know. I'm doing what I can.
I know. I hear all these empty words and I don't see results, Cassie. What are you doing? Are you really doing all that you can?
Well, I got up when you did. I cleaned the house like you asked. I submitted some resumes. I wrote a page before I got stuck. I did a lot. You can check my email if you don't believe me.
I took a glance earlier during my work break. I asked for 5 application submissions on the schedule, not 3. I appreciate that you cleaned the house, but that was catch-up for some missed prior days. You would have gotten more written work done if you didn't have a chronic habit of procrastination.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. I'm sorry, I'll do better.
I will wait for that with bated breath. Are you sure that's all you have accomplished for today? Even on off days, I know you normally manage higher page numbers.
Well, I mean, as much as I like snow, it is winter. You know I get kind of down starting, well, nowish.
I've heard the depression excuse before, Cassie. I've seen you work through these slumps. Are you forgetting anything?
No. Why would I?
Well, you've just lied to my face.
What?
Unraveling has progressed to Chapter 5 today.
How do you know that?
I was originally looking for a different document on the computer and noticed a layering of folders. So I decided to investigate this chain. It wasn't your book.
Well, no, it's not. It's just something I'm writing for fun.
I'm glad to see your fanfiction under your secondary email is performing so well. I'm sure those wasted hours will go right back into our future together.
You found the email?
I can only assume that you were going to log out once I was home at my usual time. I thought we were supposed to work together. I thought we were supposed to be a team.
We are a team. It's just a hobby of mine. It's good to have hobbies. You already control everything else. I should be able to choose what I do with my free time.
You can choose what you do with your free time once your own money is buying the equipment. Until then, I know what's best for you, while I'm providing and funding you all the resources to help you get back on your feet.
You know what's best for me? I'm not a child, Morgan. I've said thank you daily. I've done what I can to stick to a consistent schedule. I'm doing everything I can. I'm still a person, and people need breaks.
I don't want to treat you like a child, Cassie, but in the same vein, you're not acting like a responsible adult either. You're keeping secrets from me, very much like a child who just broke a vase and wanted to hide the crime.
I shouldn't have to ask permission to make something that's mine.
Why didn't you leave it out in the open then, if you believe that you shouldn't have to ask permission? Why was it 10 folders deep?
Because the last time I made something, you printed it out and fucking redlined all 5 pages! Sometimes I just want to make something without it needing to be Citizen Kane!
I never wanted you to be mediocre, Cassie. I dated an exceptional woman, and I want to make sure she stays that way. You and I both know that criticism helps you grow.
It's literally all you do! When's the last time you said one fucking nice thing about me?
I shouldn't have to. You already know what I love about you. I've told you, repetition cheapens compliments.
You know what? to take this. I'm leaving.
Where are you going? Is there someone who will take better care of you than I can?
Oh, don't be so fucking dramatic. I'm just going to the coffee shop. I need to get out of this conversation.
You're not going to disrespect me by speaking to me this way and walking out that door.
I'll be back once I calm down. I just need a minute.
I hate doing this, you know. I hate to see you this way. You made me do this.
I know. I'm sorry.
I forgive you. I'm trying to make a good life for us and keep you safe. I want what's best for you, you know. I love you, Cassie. I've already gone through great lengths, working hard to change and improve our lives so we can have something better together. Buying this house, landing promotions at work, so I can support you better through your hardships. Elevating ourselves as people, so we can have a bright future as husband and wife. So, I've deleted the piece I found today.
What?
It's a distraction, Cassie. You are better than this.
How could you?
Now, here is when you blacked out. But don't worry. I know exactly what happened. You fucking stabbed him with the kitchen knife! Atta girl, champ!
No, that's not true! I did stab him, but it was in self-defense!
Alright, surprising no one, you're lying. You just fucking snapped. Went into a brawl, crashing and cussing all over the house. And then you killed him. Over fanfic. I really feel the need to emphasize, it wasn't the years of abuse that pushed you over the edge. It wasn't getting slapped. It was deleting a fucking fanfic. You decided, rather than leave, just leave, to fucking kill him. Over a fanfic. Leaving would have been so much easier at literally any point. He'd still be alive if you just left. You know, saying this out loud, I'm having a revelation. This is why you called yourself Murder God! That's a real grim origin story for the world's stupidest name.
Please stop, I'm begging you.
Well, anyway, at least it ended one way or the other. In a fit of full-on panic and despair, you thought there was nothing left for you in this world. You took Morgan's wallet, rushed over to the bus stop to go back home, and went to jump off the cliff by the lighthouse, figuring that would be the most dramatic, fanficky way for you to rid yourself of all that pain running through your heart and soul. The second you took the plunge, you thought, no, wait! Luckily, you had plenty of time to think on your mistake. The fall hurt like a son of a bitch, but it didn't kill you. But drowning takes a long time. After that happened, of course, philosophy major Twink thought it would be amusing to have you play a game or a million, and, well, we know what happened next.
Why did you show me this?
You kept complaining about how I don't know how the Void works. The Void needs stories. And guess whose story needed to be told? I'm just doing my job. Unless suddenly, just doing my job is an issue now that it's not you.
It's not my story, it's not.
You think the Void will just show bullshit? That I can make shit up and it'll just do whatever? You never made up bullshit in here. Sure, when it came to stories, you'd omit some facts. You'd try to make sure that dearest Angelina didn't factor in. But you were physically incapable of lying. About backstories, anyway. Anything else, well, that's fair game.
It doesn't matter. The whole thing stopped mattering when I got here. My story here is about the Black Stars and me being a god and fighting them. The prologue doesn't matter, so we don't need to talk about it. We don't ever need to talk about it, so it's fine. So please stop talking about it.
Alright, okay. So let's lay everything else bare while we're at it. You want to know why people bother including prologues in any given story? Context. to provide insight into why people are what they are and do what they do. If you were a good writer, you'd know that. But instead, here we are, in denial, when the context for why nothing you do goes right, or ever will go right, is right there.
No, you're wrong.
Really? How's your soldier girlfriend doing? Rain, right? Bad endings, Cassie! You love them! Angst fix and terrible tragedy, that's how you get your creative rocks off. Sure, you'll say that you plan to give everyone in here good endings when they leave. I bet you said that to the last group, too. We all know that didn't work out. Hell, I'm willing to bet even if it was up to you, you just give everyone bad endings for the hell of it. For the sake of character development. After all, these people are just characters, right? So far below you, not worth addressing. Unless there's a hot soldier or someone from the Renaissance fair that you want to get in the pants of.
Yes, I felt that way for a while, but I stopped.
Did you? Or did you decide that treating people as people wasn't convenient as soon as they disagreed with you?
I did stop! You're the one who said you've been watching this whole time! You should know I tried!
Yeah, for 1 year! Maybe a little at the start when you were easing into running this place. Every single eon in the middle, you just shrugged and decided to be terrible to everything and everyone passing your way. Even at the very end, you gave up. Or when you were like, but you can't judge me anyway. None of you can. I'm a god. Once I've ascended, I'll rewrite it all, so none of you will remember this anyway. Was that just more lies and manipulation because deep down you got a heart of gold?
No, that wasn't. I'm a black star, so I tried not to be, but it didn't work, and I know that makes me a bad person, but I just thought if I could do something right, I know that wouldn't make it right, but maybe it would at least even out.
Antagonists can be heroes. Protagonists can be villains. It can't be both protagonist and antagonist, Cassie. It just doesn't work. Like every part of your life.
Stop. She's not me. I told you that's not my name.
Yes, we know. The fanfic new cooler name bullshit. Cassie Howard's bored with her regular life. Decides she's going to live a fanfic. One where she's super cool and everyone loves her because she writes them that way. Because she'll write everyone that way forever. After all, she only went through what 1 in every 4 women in America went through. She deserves this. She deserves the right to control all of reality because her life was sad.
No, that's not what I thought. It's not about what I deserve. I know I did bad things. I know I'm bad. I just thought Cassie Howard's was a bad person. And if I could just not be her, then maybe it would be okay. I just wanted to do something right.
Cassie Howard's is a bad person. You are a bad person. You know what would have been easier? Fucking leaving at any point, but no. What you took from Morgan was listening to every single bad thing he said about you and deciding to double down on it. And once that doubling down gets to a cosmic scale, bad becomes terrible. You want to make things okay? You can't. You physically can't. You're a terrible person, Cassie Howards. You fuck up everything you touch. And it's better for the universe if you're wiped out.
Okay, that is enough.
Oh, you got something to say to the class, Vinny?
I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to, but yeah, I do. That's enough. We get the fucking picture. Leave her alone.
Leave her alone? You know, that surprised me. Well done. Here I was thinking that's enough was leading into I want to turn, but apparently not.
You know, if you caught me maybe 3 years... Now, I know that time doesn't exist in this voidless area that you gods like to inhabit. If you caught me 3 years ago, I would definitely take a whack at it. Stab, shot, whatever. Just like I would to that guy that we just have to watch right now. But we've spent such a long time with this little disaster. This everything you're talking about, how suddenly she snapped because of nothing. Bullshit. I've grown attached. I can't just sit here and let you psychologically torture my friend. I didn't let her do it. I'm not gonna let you do it either.
Yeah, man, lay off her. You think we're gonna just, what, let you abuse Charlotte in front of us and what? Think we're gonna be okay with it? Sure, we all got a lot of work to do with Lottie, but that's for us to handle. And we don't need your help, alright? Not like this. The only thing you've succeeded in proving tonight is that you're just as capable of being as much of a scumbag as Morgan was. Seriously, man, back off.
Sure, she's lied to us, hurt us in unimaginable ways, and emotionally ripped us to shreds, but she's still at least tried to make things a little less painful for us, and, like, that's more than enough of a sign that someone even as bad as her can change. Nobody deserves to get tortured like that.
Yeah, like, holy smokes, CG, chill! Christ on a Harley Davidson, she told you she didn't want to be called that. Lay off it. You really gonna call someone's basic right to their identity some fanfic BS?
Miss Sam ain't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but she has the capability to change for the better. She's had enough abuse already as it is, and you're just adding more fuel to the fire. Ain't no way that we're just gonna stand here and let you keep doing this to her.
Look, I don't care how bad she was. Going that far on all of this is totally uncalled for.
Okay, so what the ever-loving bastard shit is this? You're all going off so hard for this woman. You're simping so bad, and you're putting aside the fact that she tortured you and or psychologically manipulated you, which is way worse. You get that's worse, right? And after all that, you're sympathizing.
I do understand what you're saying. I truly do. I can't be so quick to forgive one such as her who tortured us so, but this does not mean we can be so quick. We can be so quick as to trust you just because you say you're against her. You're just as equally violent, but with seemingly less reason. We can't control it.
But he's right. She did do all of that. This explains far too much, but this shouldn't excuse anything! You all... I don't understand any of you. Why? Why should he stop? If you wanted her to be one of us, then it makes sense she should reap what she sowed.
Oh, wow, fucking incredible! Someone understands that playing the game brings only pain. Thank you, Grace! I guess it's your turn on the brain cell!
Okay, fuck you, first of all, but Grace? I'm sorry, are you still this dense, or do you just have a basic lack of empathy? I'm not going to say that she hasn't been reaping what she sowed. I won't say that. I'm not going to say that she hasn't fucked with us for years. I won't say that. I'm not going to say that she shouldn't be held accountable on something, sure. But Jesus fucking Christ, she's a person. We've all been through it. But there's gotta be a goddamn limit. Probably somewhere in the area of everyone would be better off if you were dead.
Grace, maybe it's just because she hurt me a little less, but...
What?
I think, even though she's done crap to us, you all saw what she's been through. She was hurt so bad, and her life's been kicking her ever since. Yes, she needs to be responsible for what she did to us. But that doesn't make healing off limits to her.
We've all killed each other several times over. It's been bad. What we have done to each other has also been terrible for the sake of the games. If the alternative is her losing control and becoming a giant blood-starved bird monster and tearing us in half, I'd say this is far better. I'm not saying that I forgive her for these things, but empathy.
It's better, I agree. While she still has some remnants of her humanity remaining that let her sympathize with us, but I worry. How long will that last until she becomes like them?
I understand your concern, but I mean, I think she's more like us than you'd think. I mean, if anything, that story right there proves it. There's a genuine person in that body there, and I mean, she's hurting just as much as we all are. Sometimes all somebody needs is just a little bit of help, you know?
Right. Right, Percy. And that means it's up to us to show that humanity to her. We need to be the example and be sympathetic to what she's gone through, right?
I guess sympathy's what separates people from unfeeling gods. All right, look, Mr. Tumblr Sexy Man, I get it. She hurt us. She lured us in here with these honey words, killed a bunch of us, la-di-da, we've been at this for what feels like years now. But fam, we ain't like that. Perk's right, we see of this pain. We know when it's too much. And we especially know not to kick a fellow when they're down. Not even if we don't forgive them. Basic human decency. So, CG, why don't you do us all a little favor, take your little MG bullion cycle jerk, roll it up into a little bag, and zip it?
A lot of what has happened, from what I understand, is entirely because of the influence of the Black Stars. The shit that she did is the influence of the Black Stars. You remove that and what happens? Huh? You've got one normal person who was put into the worst position imaginable. As of where she sits right now, shit, she's more human than she's ever been. And if I'm fucking weird for that, then sure, I stand with her on that. She's gotten a second chance. Everyone deserves a second chance.
You've said that before.
And I'll keep saying it to the day I fucking die.
Grace, listen. There's a lot of messed up things that have happened to all of us, I'm sure. But we've all suffered enough for everybody. Nobody deserves to get hurt this way or even know this kind of pain even exists. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, and I don't even know if I... And I can most certainly tell you, Mr. Mix and Match, Stitch and Patch Magic Maniac, that Emmy is most certainly not one of them.
All right, cool. Y'all done? Everyone done? Is that the end of the line? Everyone enjoyed their time on the soapbox? Everyone enjoyed going, why don't you zip it, Mr. Fancy Dresser? And I'll say it until the day I fucking die. Everyone fucking done? Everyone had their turn shaming me? Good. Incredible. Fucking incredible. For all the reasons I love humankind, leave it to humans to look at the walking wood chipper and think, but what about its feelings? While feeding themselves to it. But fine. Fine. You are willingly and knowingly making your own graves. You voted for the lions eating people's faces party. Have fun with that when the lions eat your face. I'm sure your friendship circle will save you all when the end comes.
You okay?
Yeah, you doing all right?
Body?
Yo, MG.
Sorry you had to go through that.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Why did you stop him? Why? I don't understand.
You don't have to understand it. Let's just get through this. It'll be okay.
He was right. And I deserved it. I deserve everything.
Maybe you do. Maybe we're all here for some kind of punishment, one way or another, but I think you've suffered enough. You didn't deserve what happened to you before you got here.
Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense.
And, hey, it don't gotta. We're reaching out our hands here. All we're asking you to do is take them. Look, CG just put you through all your past abuse again. He made a mockery of it, and to cap things off, he's calling you by a name you said you don't want to be called. That pisses me off to no end.
I don't know what to do. I don't want to be her, but he's right. I can't just keep pretending this didn't happen, but I don't.
Hey, maybe it did happen. But listen, whatever you did to us, you still don't deserve to have whatever baggage of pain tied to your old life brought up over and over again, you hear? Your name, it ain't something you could just take away like cable privileges or whatever. Look, you let us know what you want to be called, okay? Literally anything else is on the table. Just say the word.
I don't know. I haven't had a name in a really long time. I've had a lot of nicknames, but I wasn't supposed to have a name, so I shouldn't.
It's alright. Hey, yeah, I know you didn't. That's why I gave you one. And there was no way I was gonna keep calling you Murder God.
Yeah, it's a pretty dumb name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I rejected the name you gave me. I'm sorry I have so many stupid names. I'm sorry I thought I had to be. I'm so tired of having to be things. Can I just be Charlotte? Is that okay?
Yeah, of course it is. Absolutely. Come here. Hey. Cassie's gone, but she wasn't a bad person. She was a victim. You're not a victim anymore. You're not Cassie anymore. You're Charlotte.
Taking some time to myself. I'm still confused as to why everyone, well, almost everyone, came to my defense. I guess Vinny's right. It's sure been a long time, and they've all grown to care for each other. But they've grown to care for me too. They refuse to call me by my old name. It's all just... I'm still trying to process it. There's no more secrets now. They know everything. Is that a good thing? Well, I guess we'll see. This has been Charlotte, and I think things might be okay. Eventually. See you soon.